Lit. Legend of Dinosaurs and Ominous Birds, also known in the US as The Legend of Dinosaurs, is a 1977 Japanese science fiction film produced and distributed by Toei Company. A young woman wanders barefoot in the Lashikagahara, also known as the Sea of Trees region of Mount Fuji, and suddenly falls into a cavern, awakening in an icy cave full of large eggs. When one of the eggs start to hatch, she goes into hysterics and flees until she is discovered by a construction crew. Before falling into a coma, the girl babbles about what she saw to a reporter. Her story airs on a televised news report that is seen by geologist Takashi Ashizawa. Upon hearing about the fossilized egg, Takashi sets off to Mount Fuji to find it. When he arrives at the small village bordering Fuji's Psycho Lake, Takashi immediately heads into the heavily forested Jukai when a sudden earthquake occurs and he is knocked out. He later awakens in his father's old cabin near Psycho Lake, and discovers that he was rescued by Shoheimuku, an old friend of the family. Takashi quickly gets back to fossil hunting and heads toward the Jukai once again. As he cruises through the nearby village, he greets two women named Akiko, a former lover of his, and Junko. Meanwhile, other bizarre things start happening around the Psycho Lake community. A young couple in a paddle boat disappear without a trace, an injured diver is pulled from the lake, and livestock begin to mysteriously vanish. Takashi begins developing a theory that a dinosaur is alive and well in Psycho Lake. His theory gains credence when Junko stumbles upon a headless horse corpse lying in the road, and Takashi later finds it lodged in a tree while taking photographs of some strange tracks in the mud. The following day, Takashi sits in his father's cabin and develops a possible theory as to what type of creature could have killed the horse and placed the remains in a tree for safekeeping. He decides that the creature must be a living plesiosaurus and shares his minimal proof and hypothesis with a very skeptical Shohei. His theory proves correct when a plesiosaurus really does appear and devours some local pranksters during a festival outside. The creature continues to subtly terrorize the community and devours two more women, including Junko, whose death is witnessed by Akiko and their pet dog. Takashi and Akiko soon discover the presence of another prehistoric beast, around 4 inches, which also proceeds to menace the community. Eventually, the two prehistoric beasts come face to face, with the plesiosaurus eventually gaining the upper hand against the ram 4 inches, despite losing an eye. Mount Fuji then finally erupts, sending the reptiles into a fiery chasm below as the ground gives way. Akiko almost falls to her death, before Takashi is able to grab her by the hand. The film then ends, leaving the two protagonists' fates ambiguous.